Yo, what's up, guys? Teacher Paul here, and today we are reviewing DEVARA. So I have just watched DEVARA, and I'm gonna say right from the beginning, I have a little bit of mixed feelings about this movie. Like, I don't think it's a bad movie, but I think it's got its strong points and it's got its weak points. We're here with people who were watching live with me and saw my reaction to it. In fact, if you want to go and watch my reaction, go on Patreon. It's free to join and to watch. Okay, so let's talk about the strong points first. The BGM, fantastic. I feel like the full movie, like the whole movie has BGMs. BGM, especially the fight sequences. It feels like it's a montage of fighting with BGM. It feels like it's a, your WhatsApp status. It feels like the whole fight scene is a status that was edited with only the best parts, the best sequences of the movie. And that's a good thing. It gave a lot of emotion and dynamic to the fight scenes. Although the bad part is that there was no dialogue within the fight scenes, which is typical, which is normal to have dialogues within. But this was pure action, pure fight scenes. The choreography was amazing. I think they did a very, very good job with the action scenes, with the fight scenes, So I like the BGM, I like the fight scenes, and I like the music also. They added music, and I think that's very good. Another thing is the dancing. Junior NTR looks like he's on top of his game with the dancing and the choreography of dancing. And also, Junior NTR is definitely doing a very good job with acting over here. He plays two roles, and let's get into the weak part now. So I want to make this very, very quick and very straight to the point. So spoiler alert, okay? If you don't want to have any spoilers, then I'm going to give you spoilers now. Then don't watch it from this part on. The weak points. I think the storyline had, it was a little bit confusing, the storyline, because they were talking about their father, DEVARA, and then they were talking about VARA. They were kind of like, and then they were talking about the present, and then 12 years ago. And, they were jumping through timelines. But fine, that's not the bad part. Like, I understood the story, even though it can get a little bit confusing. But what I think was the weak part here was the storytelling was a little bit slow in the second part. The story itself is not as strong as it could be, and the ending, is strange. I don't know if I like the plot twist there. It feels like it was a little bit forced. I don't know how I feel about that. I understand the whole idea that he sacrificed himself. I understand the idea that it's more powerful to have an invisible fear because the next generations will fear and they won't go into the ocean. I understand that whole part. I understand why he thought he needed to do that. But at the same time, I feel like it's just, it brings up more questions than I wanted it to. Like, when I watch these type of movies, I don't want to have questions. And then you tell me, okay, there's going to be a part 2. I know, but part 2 is not going to answer why he had to kill his own father. Or why, because from what I see it, people in the village are going to be thinking, if they find out about this, VARA killed his father, right? But they don't know that. But when they see VARA with the cross on his back, they'll think, DEVARA, I don't know if he died at the end, but if he did die, they're going to think DEVARA killed his own son, or DEVARA punished his own son. And yes, that's going to put fear in them. But the whole thing is why? Like, I don't know. I think the story could be stronger, especially the second part. The second part became a little bit romantic, and it was I felt there was a disconnect between part one, the first half of the movie, and the second half of the movie. There was a disconnect in pace, in storytelling, in action. It became more comedy. It felt like we were starting a new movie with a new character, and then we had to do character exposition all over again. We had a different character arc. It felt like it was disconnected, the first half with the second half. Also, the music felt like it was just inserted in there. So, I don't know, it didn't flow as good. And I think some of the parts was, this is his review. So, I think some of the parts was, in the second half, they were dragging a little bit of the story. And I don't think it was well constructed to build up to a second movie. So I don't know. That's exactly like how I felt. Let me know how you felt in the comments down below. Let me see what Sriram is saying here. And if you guys also have your review and your opinion, let me know. So Sriram says, breaking down the story, first half is amazing, second half is kind of slow, climax twist is mind-blowing, ending. I felt that it was unnecessary. That why question is not as strong enough of a cliffhanger. Yeah. So let me know if you have the sensation of, I must watch part 2. You know, because when we see other movies, like I mentioned Bahubali, I was like, what? Katapa? Why? India wants to know. Why Katapa? Why? You know, we wanted to see what the story was behind that. We wanted to see what the reasoning was behind that. There were so many unanswered questions. Over here, it felt like, okay, I understand what you think is supposed to happen, but I don't agree with your opinion in terms of having to do this. I think the message was clear. If you go into the ocean, the bodies will pile up. But also, why did he have to kill his father? Like, that's so strange. His father wasn't even injured after the fight. Was he injured? He wasn't injured after the drunken fight. DEVARA wasn't injured. And how are you going to have a DEVARA part 2 if DEVARA is dead? Unless he's not dead. See, it's not something that I'm 100% curious of finding out. There might be a plot twist that DEVARA is actually alive in part 2. But I don't know, like, I want to see part 2 because of Junior NTR, and I want to see part 2 because I loved the fight sequences in this one. I loved the music in this one. I loved the BGM in this one. I think it was dynamic. But I thought, like, it could have a stronger cliffhanger. It could have a stronger plot twist. I don't know. It felt like it was a last-minute plot twist. The movie is not 100% fluid. There feels like there's a disconnect, and if I'm going to give a score, I would say this is a 7 out of 10 for me. But very memorable scenes, very good interval scene, very good climax scene, except for the ending. I don't know, it feels strange a little bit still. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. Thank you for watching. If you want to watch more of the films, then you can go on Patreon. It's 100% free to watch, to watch my reactions, or you can go over here and watch the playlists. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care for now. Bye-bye. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. See ya.
Now you can get full access to exclusive content, special reactions to shows, series, anime, full movies, and even request a video of your choice. Just become a YouTube member or join Buy Me a Coffee today. Find out more, the link is in the description.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game.